Hi, and welcome to day 10 of my CEO Voice Challenge. And today's topic is correcting without emotions. Our CEOs give feedback without losing authority. Correcting your team is part of leadership, but correcting with emotion can destroy culture, trust, and authority. In day 10 of the CEO Voice Challenge, I'm sharing how I'm learning to correct without anger, ego, or frustration as I build Ruth Media Group. If you're a new CEO, entrepreneur, or team leader, this video will teach you how to separate correction from personal feelings. And I want to share something about being emotional. This is something that happened to me last year at my company where I'm working. I have a part-time job. How doing things, taking things personal, reading things emotionally, that got me in trouble, that got me a write-up at my company. My manager got me a write-up. That day, how it happened, I was working in the evening and I got to work and I met one of my coworker and we were talking. I don't want to go into details what we were talking about. And all of a sudden, she get a phone call from the manager. The manager calls in the store, not in the store. The manager calls her on her cell phone. She answers the phone. And immediately, she's like, why is this manager calling me? And he's not at work, he's at home. And I'm like, that is crazy. Why should he be calling you just because there are cameras in everywhere? He should not be calling you from home. I got so pissed off. I was so mad. I took my personal feelings into the manager. Immediately, I called him, yelling at him, shouting at him. Like, I made everything so personal. I didn't even think like, oh, this is my manager. I should not be yelling at him. I should not be screaming at him this way. Whatever he did, that's on him. I should not be taking things personal. We did not even finish the conversation, what we were talking. As he was talking, we were screaming at each other, shouting at each other. I hung up the phone on him. Hanging up the phone on him, that showed a disrespect on him. I shouldn't have done that. So, the next time that I went to work, he called me to the office. He told me my mistake, and I realized what I did was very wrong, and I got written up. Because of what? I could not control my emotions. I did not leave my personal feelings aside and think like, this is my manager. I should not be bringing my personal feelings, whatever that is happening, to my workplace. So, as a new CEO, how to maintain authority without raising your voice. how to build a culture of accountability. That day, I learned to take the accountability to my own actions because I should not be taking anything personal. How to read with clarity, not emotion. This is a real-time leadership growth as I build a global media platform for entrepreneurs and content creators. If you cannot correct without emotions, you're not reading, you are reacting. Day 10 of building Ruth Media Group, and today we are talking about something that separates amateurs from real CEOs. Correcting without emotions, because building a company means mistake will happen. Deadlines will be missed. Communication will break. And how you respond determines your leadership culture. Let's talk about that. Emotion feels powerful, but it weakens authority when you are building something from scratch like Ruth Media Group. Everything feels personal. Your brand is personal. Your time is personal. Your money is personal. Because you are investing a lot of money in this business, so everything becomes personal. So when someone makes a mistake, it feels like they have hurt you. But correction is not about your feelings. Correction is about standards. When a CEO corrects from emotions, the team becomes defensive. Fear enters the culture. People hide mistakes instead of fixing them. But when a CEO corrects from reality, standards become clear. Trust increase. Growth happens faster. Authority is quiet. Emotion is loud. And loud leadership is not strong leadership. What needs to be done as I build Ruth Media Group? As I build Ruth Media Group into a global storytelling media platform, here's what must be done. Separate the person from the problem. Don't say you are careless. Say, this project was submitted late. The deadline was Tuesday at 3 p.m. Facts, not feelings. The moment correction becomes personal, you lose influence. Correct immediately, but calmly. Delayed correction builds resentments. Explosion correction builds fear. The standard must be immediate, clear, calm. No wrong speeches. No sarcasm. No emotional tone. Just, this does not meet the standard. Here's what needs to change. That's leadership. Clarify the standards again. Sometimes people fail because we aren't clear. As a new CEO, I'm learning. If something is repeated incorrectly, the problem might be my communication. At Ruth Media Group, I must define deliverable clearly. Divine deadlines clearly. Divine quality standards clearly. Clarity prevents emotional corrections. Protect the culture. The goal for correction is not punishment, it's alignment. I'm not building a company based on fear. I'm building a company based on excellence, ownership, leadership, respect, and culture shaped most in moments of tension. The CEO standard. As a CEO, your team watches your tone, your body language, your facial expressions. If you explode, they shrink. If you stay calm, they grow. Emotional discipline is exactive maturity. You don't have to suppress your feelings. You just don't let them read the room. Because when emotion leads, standards drop. When clarity leads, results rise. Practice scripts for you. If you're a new CEO or founder, here's a simple correction formula. State the facts, state the standard, state the correction, confirm understanding. Example. This was submitted 24 hours late. Our standard is submission by 3 p.m. on deadline day. Going forward, I expect this to be on time. Are we clear? Short, firm, calm, that is it. Correcting without emotion. As I build Media Group, I'm running. Leadership is not about intensity, it's about control. If you're building something, a startup, a brand, a vision, you must master emotional discipline because CEO don't react, they respond. If this helped you, subscribe. Tomorrow is day 11 and we are building CEO presence in real time. Let's build global media. Let's build disciplined leadership. Let's build Ruth Media Group. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.